Welcome everyone to the session. Now, as always, we'll be beginning our session with a a short meditation, just to bring ourselves back. If we don't, if we haven't found time in our day to do so, this is an amazing opportunity to get started. A reminder that to close our eyes and bring our mind back to ourselves. It's very easy. It's something that, as we give it a bit of time here, we can see the shift in our mood as everything settled. Like a cup of water coming to a standstill, and the dust and dirt begins to settle down. Amazing just by bringing our attention back to ourselves. This happiness that is free can be replicated any place, any time. Are here for us to indulge, to enjoy. Also heals our mind and body too. By getting rid of the pollutant, problem, chaos, confusion, obstacle, bringing about settled, rooted peace and groundness. And so let's start there by just being with our breath. Just breathe in and out, in and out. Or rather, observe as we naturally breathe in and out. It's like watching ourselves breathe. As if this body works naturally and automatically. And we're just here bearing witness to the breath. It flows in and out to our nostrils. That's the thing. People often give interest to everything apart from themselves in the mindfulness practice, citing boredom or a need for excitement or whatever excuses that we use to justify the mind going away from ourselves. But what we don't realize is the fact that it's not nice, it seems, to bring our attention to ourselves. A problem that we don't see, we don't know, we don't take a look at, even though our action are so telling of this fact. So that's why we should practice starting with our body being relaxed, relaxing our face, our eyes, our mouth, leaving a smile on our face. Before I move down to our shoulders, our arms and our hands, our chest, our torso, our butt, legs and feet, our home, the home of the mind. Our body doesn't have to be such an unpleasant place. It can be one, and it is one. It's just that we might never bother to take a moment here to allow it to be cleaned off by our mind. Happiness are so easy to find just by relaxing and letting go of everything of our life, with the past, the present, the future, with our role, tasks, things that are done, doing, or need to do. All attachment release and let go. The feeling of freedom, emptiness, quietness, always there for us to gain and enjoy right away. If we're happy, satisfied with this mere fact that the happiness that we gain now are not the best, and we're content with it, then no longer will our mind need to look further. Our water can be pure when all the dust, dirt, and dangerous pathogen are all settled toward the bottom of the glass. It doesn't mean that a glass of water is inherently dirty, but rather the presence of dirt and other pollutant makes it undrinkable. And those settle down and wiped away, eventually we'll be left with a clean and pure, healthy and refreshing glass of water. The experience in which far exceed whatever it is that we can pay money to indulge in the outside world. And after we have given time for our mind to clean itself, we can slowly and gently open up our eyes. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing?
Hello, Sir Jimmy. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good too. I just want to say that um, from your sharing yesterday have helped my friend a lot. She was losing into my old friend. Um, we knew each other for a long time, and what you shared really remind her what she have learned in the past, and thank, yeah, and really make an impact. And also, yeah, you are very good at sharing and teaching someone. So I say that Michelle, you really do have a talent and able to do it. So I just want to share and say that. And thank you for sharing.
Um, thank you for your feedback. And I'm really happy that I'm able to help somebody. And I think that's what's important. And of course, I'm also able to learn a lot from you and the other people in the group. And I have I have shared the message in the group yesterday that I'm able to relate with what what's happening with Marcus as well, and it really helps a lot to know that it's not only me but other people are going through the same thing, and as well as your friend, and that's why I keep on coming back here because I'm really learning a lot too. And yeah, I'm just glad that I'm able to help. So thank you for your feedback.
Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, yesterday was such a big group, and that I was surprised, and I had the feeling that you would be like the perfect person because you're share to start because your sharing is always so thoughtful and insightful and so well articulated. I think that is a skill in and of itself because to bring something across that you're experiencing, you'll have to find the right words, the right way of bringing it across. And I find that you do that so well that I thought you would be the best person to start the class even better than me.
Oh, thank you, Miss Carmen. Thank you. I'm actually a bit afraid sometimes that I might overshare and it might make other people uncomfortable. So having your feedback, like if ever you have feedback as well, it's very much welcome.
Mm, yes, yes. Don't worry about it, Michelle. For us who have to talk for 1 hour, oversharing, I think is, is our regular.
That's such a, there's no such thing. I think oversharing is almost like a word that's used if you were to go um, not in what is appropriate for the class. Like, for example, go into um, detail of intimacy or something in a Buddhist class might
Mhm.
be oversharing. But apart from that, um, it is like anything that is real to you, you know, and that you would you have experienced, you have learned from is a great thing. Even and the amount of time you talk doesn't matter to that. Um, you can listen to people talk for hours if they really have something to say, and it might just be that they're relaying their authentic experiences.
I see. I see. Yeah. Well, I guess. Well, thank you for that feedback. And I like what I have mentioned yesterday by sharing. my experiences, it also helps me become accountable because when I put it out there, and I guess you could relate to that as well. When you put out there what you have been going through and how you're coping with it, it helps you to actually follow up with what you're doing, like with meditation and being self-aware. And Marcus is right that it's really hard to always be self-aware. Maybe for you, Sir Jimmy, it's a lot easier than for us who has who has lesser practice. But we're all getting there, and it helps us make ourselves accountable when we share these things.
Yes, sharing is actually is part of the lesson that we can talk about today. 10 Meritorious Deed. And for I think can jump right into it, and yeah, because you'll see later why it's so important and why is it that is highly praised too in Buddhism. This topic is there because um, from what we're writing, we wanted people to change because of the book. The goal is not to educate; the goal is to transform. The book that uh, people would have it always in their back pocket because it have helped them so much, that transformed them. It's like a manual of life. And so um, I remembered I was taught this when I was very young, but it never came up as why it's important until I remembered again a few days ago. So I asked my teacher to give me a lesson about it in like a more meaningful and the way that he always teach. He's always going. Um, he is so wise that he is able to connect everything together. And so he said that this 10 merges deeds or acts isn't the only thing that we can do to be mergers. He said that in the umbrella of doing good and great and wonderful things for ourselves and everyone else, there's millions of things that we can do. Uncountable is a lot. But for this one, it is tailored as something that come from within, what we can do, what we can attain, and to benefit ourselves, allowing us to grow higher and higher, breaking our glass ceiling, and at the same time bringing other people together with us too. So it's like something that is near and dear to people because it's something that they can do right away. That the step, the 10 things are steps or ladders that naturally progress or grow, and that will then unfold naturally, where the result will be helping people to elevate their status in their quality of life, the way they are, their pattern, for not only the person doing it, but also people around them too. That's why it is specific on how to live among ourselves and among other people and how to go together. So that's the key here. And you said that to paint a better picture, many people would, doing good thing for the community would do something like picking up the trash, for example, like I'm going to the beach and the big project, or doing something community services, or volunteering, or other thing like that, which are wonderful and great, but far-reaching. So that's what my teacher meant when it is outside, is far-reaching. And so the ten meritorious deeds are uh, they're specifically for this purpose that we can do, like I mentioned before. And it starts, number one, with generosity. Now, because it's about community, about not only community, but we're also part of it. So it's also us too. To understand that we and every being all go through their day in their life for the purpose of wanting to free themselves from pain, from suffering in their own way. Many people go through various careers that they feel like fit who they are and their skill set and their interests, and they often say that they have many, many goals about it. But if we are to summarize what people actually want behind all of that, behind getting rich, famous, or whatever it is that they say, is that they just want a life that is without suffering. And yeah, want a life without suffering, maybe for themselves and maybe for their family too. By living ourselves with generosity as our base, to give is to support that goal that everyone wants deep down. To give not only money, but time, energy, wisdom. To give good thought, good speech, good action, whatever it is that we give, is to help accommodate that, allowing ourselves to be fit, welcoming to whatever society or group that uh, that want to allow us in. No one, if they're not virtuous enough, no one to bring anyone who doesn't have kindness or doesn't benefit them, doesn't bring anything to the table. But if we are always there, then we are always in the arms, in the care of other people. That's why it's their number one, to give, because it actively support that. Mm. And from that, able to then be together with people, with groups, a friend or family. We have to make sure that the way we conduct ourselves is in accordance with the norm, the culture, the group. That's why the second point is sila or precept or framework or uh, conduct have to match. Everyone, every place, every community have their own value, benefit, great thing that they can provide and we can gain from. Also, we can have many things that can the community can gain and benefit from too. To live harmoniously among one another, precept, meaning rule of conduct or the way we go about ourselves, have to be in accordance. Just like a citizen, no one advocate everyone to be a shining citizen, but we all advocate that don't be a bad citizen. That's why when we talk about precept, it's all about things that should be avoided, should not do. Should be avoided, should not do. And that's why we should adapt. When we have that as a virtues that we will take up, then we have to then start to renounce things that things habit or anything that go against those precept, rules or norms. That's why renunciation comes in. Or in the term that they use, we use meditation. Meditation is the act of purifying your mind, purifying to allow the mind to clean out thought, thinking, and emotion that have once arise have a goal to be destructive, bring about pain and suffering onto the person and those around them, have a goal to bring suffering, discomfort, annoyance, divide between people, and also dividing ourselves too. Renouncing or meditation, I think that's the right word. Generosity, precept, and meditation are the three base that the individual have to partake themselves. This is what in Buddhism teach the most. Whenever we go to temple, the monks always teach generosity, precept, meditation. These are the three basic. In Buddhism, throughout the world, this is the core. Mm. The This three thing as a group is all about purifying ourselves, bring value and benefit toward us. If we are someone who doesn't give, is not kind, doesn't look out for other people, we are taking away the value and benefit that can be gained by other people. We are taking away our valuable benefit, our opportunity to be successful, to be to be helped, to be considered. Because mm, that's one. To have precept is to have ourselves make sure that we are someone who always making sure that our conduct, thoughts, speech, actions always right, correct. Making sure that we doesn't bring trouble into ourselves. That's the reason why we take precept to look out for us. Number one, to take care of us, meaning allowing others to see us by giving and they give back. Number two, to prevent ourselves from future trouble because we stay in the rule. We don't bring trouble. We don't break any laws or regulation. Number three, although we doesn't break any law and regulation, meditation is needed to purify a quality of mind. Remember when I said that many people don't advocate for good citizen, but at least don't be a bad one? Well, what separates between a good and bad citizen is that good citizens go above and beyond. They never lie, they never lie, but they always champion people, always say kind word and nice things. They never steal, but they always give. They never break relationship, not break hearts, but they give them love and comfort. Uh, they never hurt or take any life, but rather they give life, uh, give health, give care, give vitality. So they never intoxicate themselves or do something that is in that way, but they always value wisdom, clarity, and brightness. So when we see these people, they say, "Oh, these people are good citizens." The first three of the 10. That's why it's all about how to make ourselves walk in a path that not only doesn't bring us trouble anymore, but elevate ourselves to be great citizen. That's why this is the basic tree. As if we have this, things are great already. But what about the other seven then of 10 mergers these? Now that we have these three out of the way, now we can put it aside. Let's go to the fourth one. Because the next group will be about our relationship with other people now, with community, with society. And the part where we then gonna elevate other people thanks to our conduct. And the first one is elevate ourselves. The next one gonna be elevating other people. The next one is about respect and reverence. To have that, to live our life with respect and reverence and humility, that's the key. Humbleness as our core virtues of how we live our life. Humble, reverence, respect. This has to be the base, the foundation of our mind, of who we are, of how we navigate through life. And that's because it allows us to, it open all the doors of opportunity for us if we are humbled, respectful, reverence. People look for us, look after us, have us at the top of mind. But what Humble will do is that it will support the fifth one, which is an act of helping other people, volunteering or reaching out helping other people. When our mind is humble, respectful and reverence, always mind's always our heart, our mind always open and accepting. When people ask for help, when there's someone who's in need, when there's something to be done that must be done, not because we have the heart to wish people to be free from suffering and want happiness, we then are able to then go out and help. Humility opens up all the doors, and that door is to help other people. Volunteering, helping, that's the fifth Meritorious Deed. And as we go on, opening our doors to other people, helping them in their life, in their situation, what we are also doing here is giving merit, giving good energy, or giving um, merit, good deeds or good action, good thought, good spiritual action. Because as we go and help, we also give them opportunity to do something good too. For example, if we have a project, let's say, let us all go together to help this, to volunteer, for example. With the humble mind, humble heart, other people want to help, we let them do. Share them, share with them the opportunity to be good person. Share with them the merit or the opportunity to do great, do good. We don't hog all the nice thing. We share the happiness. Let other people do. Or give them opportunity to do something nice and great. Mm. When that happen, when that happen, it then help us to go to the sixth one. Five is sharing merit. Sixth one is rejoicing in merit. When we see other people do nice thing, nice thought, nice peanut action, helping other people out, helping themselves out, we rejoice in them. We say, "Wow, you did good. You did amazing." Always being there when other people succeed and rejoicing in them, allowing ourselves to be part of their success. When people succeed, it means that people attain or gain. And if you're rejoicing and there with them, you also be a part of what they succeed or gain too. Now, for example, um, let's say, Michelle, you have helped someone with your kindness, help them from the world of bankruptcy, and able to uh, help them to stand on their own 2 feet, and better yet, help them to get a good job where they're able to resettle their life, able to get things rolling. Maybe they bought a car, for example, and because you're always there, rejoicing in their effort in turning their life around and seeing them through to their success. They say, Michelle, my home is your home, my car is your car. If you need it, tell me, let me know. Even though it's not what even though we're not the owner of it, might not seem, but we are the owner of it because we get to use what they gain. The owner have the right to use, even though the car is parked in their house, but because we're part of their success, part of what they attain, what they gain, we also get a part of it too. This is number six. Mm. Which then lead us to number seven, is that if we have helped someone who's wiser than us, more capable, if we have helped someone who we find ourselves wiser and more capable in that area, then we have a chance to teach them, rejoice, teach them, or share with them words of wisdom. Now praise them of how great they do. Let the success of other people be the teaching, the story that you share. That's why number 7 is about teaching Dhamma or sharing. Nah, can be easier way. Seeing that, oh, see this success, that person's success is because of this, of that. Nice word, keyword, learning, experience, understanding comes out as we teach, we share from this one. Not only that, but if it's the person that we help who is wiser and more capable than us, then we are lucky that we get to listen to teaching, listen to the story, what they learn, how they grow. We become a student and they're able to listen to Dhamma, to a teaching, allowing, that's number 9, to listen to teaching, allowing us to do number 10, changing our wrong view. When we listen to someone wiser who go through their life and telling us the truth that help them change, help them evolve, elevate themselves, the new insight, learning, growing, then we also have a chance to change our own will too. Everyone, every being is like a hardware and software. Every being have 3 components: hardware, software, energy. Body is hardware, but thought, feeling, emotion, thinking, way of articulating, bias, view, all these are uh, tendency, all these are software that runs the hardware with energy moving everything forward. And so by able to fix our view, we change our hardware. And we know how important changing, be able to change our software. And we know how important and life changing it is to change the software. And that's why these 10 virtues, these are written and taught in the past in Buddhism because of the fact that these are vital to elevating ourselves to higher level, to be a better person, but also accommodate and help everyone around us to learn and grow and elevate together with us. Something that comes naturally, something that is not out of our bounds, of not out of reach, but an integral part of our life and how we live among ourselves and other people. It is very near and dear. And so this is why it is these 10 that the Buddha taught, even though uh, in reality the Buddha knows that there are millions and millions uncountable of good things that people can do, but this is specifically for this purpose. So the 10 are: 1, giving; 2, precept; 3, meditation to purify; 4, to be humble, respect and reverence about you and your heart and your mind; 5, able to then see the opportunity to help, to volunteer; number 6, to share the good, the merit to other people, sharing merit. Basically, you say, hey, I did good today here, may you have a part of this merit, or allow people to get a share of good thing. Number 6. Number 7, rejoicing in others people's merit. Number 8, to teach Dhamma. Number 9, to listen to Dhamma or teaching. Number 10, to change one's will. These are the 10 meritorious deeds that is among millions of activities that uh, we can do or um, plan our life. Or example of how we should plan our life, because we always are being told in this class or in life too that if we want our life to be good, we have to put ourselves in a good system. Just like if we want the company to be good, you have to put the company in a good system. What kind of work culture, what kind of schedule, what kind of timeline, what kind of uh, corporate structure and everything. The system. If the system is good, then the result will be good. That's why this is some sort of activity that we can use to set ourselves in a good system too, so that we benefit ourselves and other people, everyone around us. All right. I hope that it's not as easy and clear enough. Uh, Michelle, do you have anything to share or to what do you think?
I just noticed that it establishing the right view is on the number 10 instead of it being number 1. So from what you have said, I guess I noticed that I mean I understand now when you say that having a system helps us to actually do good, because you're not gonna start doing good immediately. Maybe some people can, but if you struggle to actually do it, you actually can follow these 10 wholesome deeds, and then in the end the product would be you're actually gonna be having these right views in mind.
Yes, you're correct. The reason is at last because the most difficult thing to do. To change someone's mind, someone's view, it doesn't come easily. Only when everything happen, everything unfold, then life-changing knowledge or experience gain. Only when the one who knows outside, people who can teach us, or our wisdom from inside teach us, only then we can change. So that's why it is the most powerful thing in Buddhism. Right view is the most powerful thing, and we say that all the problem come from wrong view. But it's at the end because it is also take
The
time.
hard
Yes, the hardest to. So that's why these are steps to do, so that we can help ourselves and people around us too, and it will benefit us at the end because it will help us change our view as well. But yes,
I think it's funny or I find it funny because I remember when I started learning about meditation, and I was like, oh, I want to do this because I want to have better mindset, or I want to have more self-awareness. And then now doing learning about all of this, I realized that that's actually the end. There's a lot more steps to get there. And if you think if that is your main goal, then I think it shouldn't be, but rather it's a lot more important to focus on the habits or this 10 wholesome deeds. Like the journey is more, like what they say, the journey is more important than the destination. The destination is self-awareness, and the journey is this 10 wholesome deeds that you have to go through and would help you get there. And I find it funny because I think everybody who's new in meditation thinks that the goal is what's important, focus on that. But no, it's not. It's not. There's a lot to focus on before that. That's like a step-by-step process.
yes. Actually, right view is very easy to come by. Just buy a Buddhist book or whatever book, whatever teaching from Guru, and just read. All the views are there, all the perspective are there. But we remember that our parents also taught us many valuable things too. But only when we grow up, then we say, "Oh, now I get it. Now I
Yes.
get what my yes." So meaning that there are two parts. It's like sometimes our mind is still polluted, that when the right teaching come, it doesn't fit in our head. It doesn't fit in, doesn't it's not there, it's not ready to accept yet. That's why the step before is to purify our mind, purify different aspect, and then once that happen, everything click, then the teaching comes and you said, oh, right, now I get the teaching. Only when it then become very, very clean, and you, it's like click, then your life will change. That's why when we see people change, it's either one they study and study and study until they understand and they change, or they practice until their mind is full, is pure and bright, and when they come and listen to some teaching, they say, "Oh wow, I get it, I see it." Now because they longer, uh, no, their mind no longer polluted. So that's why in Buddhism we focus on two things: purity to practice to be purified. Number two, wisdom have to go together. These two things. Mm.
Mhm. Okay, thank you, sir. I just have one thing to ask. Is there like an article online or a book that could actually expand this more and make it easier to understand more, or like a way to apply this in our life to make it easier, or something to read about on it that's like easy to understand and not complex?
Yes. There are many. I asked my teacher this because Carmen asked him. There's a wonderful girl in our class. She said that reads a lot, and so she's talking about you, Michelle, to our teacher, and and my teacher said, "Oh, that's very nice." What he said, if he were to recommend a book, what book that uh she should read, then he'll point to the Buddhist book or Buddhist scripture and see how how she like it. Because in Thai, the reading is very insightful, but I'm not sure about English. So there are books that talk about this that is easy to understand. And so I think I'll try to look for recommendation of from my old teacher who's a academic, a scholar in Buddhism, who also uh, PhD in like peace studies. I'll ask him about what book um, it can be. But if you want to look out on it, Michelle, you can just search 10 Meritorious Deeds and it'll be in like in our website called sutra.com. I think come up
Sutra.
one of the first in Google. I think I can just share you the link after this. It's just a short one, a short listing of what they are. Um, uh, yeah. To be honest, many books in Buddhism is like only basic and surface level. So what you'll find is like the definition of each thing and how it means and stuff like that. But the real thing is from understanding it deeper by studying with like a teacher or something like that. So so I can just send you the link in WhatsApp, and then but I'll also look for some book that you might be interested. I do have some, and I can share the PDF link.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Mm. So yeah, 10 Merchant Steed. All right. Do you have any questions, Michelle? Anything else?
No, that's it. I'll just look out for the link that you will send. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, because today my brother's coming back, I'll have to leave early to
Oh,
go pick him up from the airport. So won't be
Both of
any
your brothers.
both my brothers.
oh wow.
So there won't be any meditation class after this. So yeah.
Okay, well, enjoy your time with your brothers, and um, also to Miss Carmen. Enjoy the rest of your day. She's very sweet. Oh, she's there.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Michelle.
Thank you. Oh, wait, before we all go, actually, I remember you saying in another session that you would really like to help
Mhm.
too, like do something. And I was wondering, and you don't